Hello everyone, welcome to Even the Scales. Thank you for clicking on my video today and I hope you're all having a good day. My name's Donna and this isn't going to be a long video. I'm just going to talk about some of the things that have happened since I spoke to you on the last video as far as the abuse is that I have been going through, that some of the community here in Campbelltown, New South Wales have been putting me through. First of all, though, I would like to do an acknowledgement of country and acknowledge the Dharawal people, who are the true custodians of the land that I bring you these messages on today. I would also like to pay respect to elders, past and present, as well as extend my respect to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people who are watching this video today. For those of you who haven't heard or haven't seen any of my videos in the past, my family, the majority of the community here in Campbelltown, the police and other authorities have been carrying out very cruel mind control abuse on me now for over 12 months. And it's all a part of a cover-up that's being orchestrated by the justice system. The justice system are actually paying my family members and the community to abuse me. And the abuse that I'm being put through is very, very cruel and it's all psychological abuse. And this is being done to make me sick, or it's being done to make me pass away because they want me out of the way. This is because of the injustices that I have been through over the past 10 years as a result of the justice system's negligence or corruption, and they don't want any of that information being made available to the public, so they want me gone. So this is what they've been doing. They have been paying the community to carry out this abuse on me, and it's to make me sick. And they don't just want me, to get any minor illness. They want me to suffer, a very serious health episode, whether it be mental or physical, because they want control of my life. They want to be able to take over my whole life, and they want it to be so I can't take care of myself anymore. They have also kept, like the justice system have worked with the health system to carry this out. There's no doubt at all about that. And they have kept very, very important information from me about my health, about something very, very serious. So they know what this problem is that I have health-wise. I know what it is, but they're not telling me. They have kept that from me, and what they have tried to do is to make that worse. And they're just trying to cause me as much stress and anxiety as they possibly can to try and make that health condition worse. I've been defending my life because, I'm just not going to sit down and take this from anyone. There has been no help from, that I can turn to throughout this whole thing. The justice system makes sure that everybody that I turn to for help, they jump ahead of me and they will tell that organisation or that person that they are not allowed to help me, or they offer them bribes. I don't know exactly what's going on there, but people are being told that they can't help me. And I've been speaking out about this because it's the only way I can protect myself. And I've been speaking out about the way my human rights are being so badly abused. You can go back and watch any of my other videos and they'll go into detail about just how bad my human rights are being abused. And I've also been speaking about the environmental damage that this abuse has caused in this area over the past year. And because of this, they have ceased a lot of the abuse. You might even notice it's very, very quiet. And, I'm so grateful for this. And this is because I've been speaking out. So there's less ways for the justice system to get to me. They are using a lot of the people that live close to me to carry out abuse. This is because it can be done in very sneaky ways where no one else can see what's going on. And it's also because a lot of the people that live close to me have been involved in carrying out abuse on me for over a year. And they have just done so much. I mean, these people have worked hard at trying to cause my health to decline night and day. And that's exactly what they're doing now. Because they have done so much, they are panicking, they are worried. I don't know if they're getting paid to carry out abuse now. I believe that they were going to receive some kind of lump sum when the job was done, when I, became sick or I passed away. But they are just like really doing anything they can right now to carry out abuse. And the police are also carrying out abuse. And also when I go out, I'm still being stalked on the road and in public places, wherever I go. And yeah, I think it's a lot of the people that have just done so much over the past year are just getting to me any way they can and carrying out really intense abuse, just hoping and praying that, I go crazy or that I have a mental health episode and, they have to call an ambulance or they have to call the police or something like that. But, after going through this for over a year, I have, if anything, it has helped me to stay in control of my emotions. And there's just no way that that's ever going to happen, because I will get on here and make a video every time one of these people abuses me if I have to protect my life. So when this started, there were thousands of people that were taking part in this abuse. Now I would say it's hundreds. When I go out, I still have hundreds of people coming towards me to carry out abuse, and they are carrying out abuse that's more intense as well. So, it's always been intense when I've gone out. Everywhere I look, there is someone carrying out some kind of psychological abuse. But over the past couple of days when I've gone out, it has been even worse. They're trying to cause me illness or death, and they're just hoping that this happens before, the investigation's over, because they're under investigation, and they're just hoping that, yes, something happens to me before the investigation's over and they have to be held accountable for what they've done. They know, a lot of these people know they're going to jail, because some of these people have just, they've worked so hard at trying to end my life. So, they're worried. And the police here in Campbelltown, New South Wales, are encouraging the people that live around me to abuse me. They actually stalk me. They have done ever since this abuse started over a year ago. They stalk me night and day, every day. I think there was only like Christmas Day was the only day that they didn't stalk me over the past 12 months. And they do this to cause me fear and anxiety, just to let me know that there's no one there to help me. And they also do it to try and make the community around me believe that they are still in control of this whole situation and that it's still okay for the people around me to abuse me. So, of course, if, the people that live around me that are involved in this are hearing the police abuse me and stalk me night and day, of course that they are going to think, it's fine to do whatever they want. And that's exactly what they have been doing. Yesterday, the police carried out some pretty intense stalking. You might have read the post that I put up yesterday. There's a helicopter pilot. He has stalked me. I don't know if it's the same one or if it's different ones, or they're taking orders from someone higher up, but they stalked me. They stalked me yesterday. I think it was 4 times. They fly low over the house, and they were also using the police car yesterday to stalk me as well. And they do this based on my movements in my house and what they are hearing from inside my house, because there is a listening device in my house. It shouldn't be there. I have done nothing wrong. This is just there so that the police and the people that live around me and other members of the community and my family can keep track of what I'm doing and come up with creative ways to abuse me. So the police are basing their stalking on what I'm doing in my house. And it's not only a listening device in my home, there is also one in my car. So, and my car's also being tracked. So the community can track me, follow me to wherever I'm going, carry out abuse wherever I travel to. And then they can also see all my devices as well. So there's people living within, just meters of me that can actually watch everything that I'm doing on my devices. This video is lagging. I'm just hoping it won't do it too much. So if it does, I'll just do the video again. It's easy. And the police heard me say yesterday to the neighbours, please stop abusing me, because I have been also writing up on my community wall here on YouTube about how the neighbours have access to being able to put smells in my home to abuse me, which is actually quite scary when you think about it, to think that the neighbours that live close to me actually have access to be able to alter the air that I'm breathing. So I find this quite scary, quite dangerous. So, I want to make this known to people out there that this is what's happening to me. And, I have had to speak out about it by writing in my on my community wall several times over the past week, because the smell has just been so bad. It's made my home almost unlivable. And the police heard me say that to the neighbour yesterday, that, please, could you stop? Because they're listening into my home. They can hear everything I'm saying anyway. And when the police heard me say that, they started stalking me. So, that was just to cause me more anxiety and to let me know, like they're not going to help me, and that it's okay for the neighbours to keep abusing me. If I move to a room in my house where I'm away from my fan and away from noise like my television, the police know that, and then they will stalk me with the siren on. So they base their stalking on what I'm doing in my home. When they know that I'm in a quiet space in my home, that's when they will put the siren on and stalk me. Yeah, they're trying to intimidate me. And yesterday, they actually, I know I have a health problem that they're trying to make worse. And yesterday I had a cup of coffee, and they even take note of when I have a cup of coffee. They have done this before, and then they will, amp up the abuse, and the neighbours will work with the police to carry out abuse together, so that after I have that coffee, they're causing me anxiety. They want me to have that anxiety attack. And, they're trying to cause that on a daily basis, all day, every day. I'm completely innocent. I've done nothing to these people to deserve it. These people are being paid. They have something to gain from what they are doing. And what the people that are carrying out this abuse are trying to do also, especially the police and whoever is overseeing this whole operation of carrying out this abuse, they are trying to make me doubt myself. and they are trying to affect my self-esteem and my self-confidence. This is something that they do all the time. And whoever is overseeing this whole thing, they are having someone control the advertisements that I see. And whoever this person is, like on social media, that is, and whoever this person is, they are very, very sick, they are deranged, and they are very, very vulgar. And I think this person also coordinates a lot of the abuse that happens to me when I go out in public places as well. This person is very, very sick mind. And what they try and do, they try and body shame me. They're just so cruel. This person is extremely cruel. And I've been going through this for a year. Anything I talk about on this channel or inside my home, they will do more. So if I say that I think I mentioned on the last video that I was stalked by, I mentioned how I have, been through a lot of heartbreak over the fact that my grandchildren are not in my life. And I expressed that on the last video, just how much grief I've been in over the past 12 months because of that. And of course, I mentioned that on the last video, whoever's coordinating this abuse, or whether, I don't know, maybe the people that, turn up to abuse me at these places, maybe they've got access to an app or something like that where, it's all listed, the kinds of abuse that they can use when they track me and stalk me in public. And this is what a lot of them used yesterday when I went out. I couldn't believe it. There was hundreds of women using the fact that I have lost my kids out of my life. My kids are still okay, thank God. They're fine, but I have had to walk away from them for reasons that have to do with this abuse that's been carried out. And it breaks my heart every single day. And I could not believe how many women were out there just using their children to cause me psychological abuse. They will deliberately try and get close to me, to say things to hurt me and things like that. So, yeah, that was pretty bad. It's so hard to get through that when I go out. It really is. But I just have to keep thinking to myself like it's all fake. That's what I keep thinking to myself. And yeah, it's really hard. So, but yeah, I just can't believe how cruel these women are. And men, there was men doing it too. And, they're obviously getting paid, so that's all they care about. They obviously don't have morals or anything like that. And, they obviously don't have hearts either. And I was also mentioning in my home yesterday how I have given up smoking. And because of this, some of the neighbours, because they do have access to putting smells in my house and controlling what I'm breathing, they were putting cigarette smoke through into my house. They're doing this somehow through the roof. I don't know if it's going up into the exhaust fans in their homes and they are able to direct it through to my home, but it's coming through a crack that's in the ceiling here, and when it comes through, it just takes over my whole home. And they're doing this to make me look delusional, because that is something that a schizophrenic would say that's happening to them. And that's the same with the stalking and, thinking that everyone is out to get them when, they go out and things like that. Those are things that a schizophrenic would complain of as one of the symptoms. So they're using these things because they want me to call the police. They want me to need an ambulance so that they can, say that I'm schizophrenic and that I'm imagining these things. That's the whole idea of the whole thing. This actually happened to me a year ago today, and I'm going to get back on here soon and make another video, as long as, yeah, I don't have any technical difficulties. I will do another video about what happened to me 12 months ago. I was set up and taken to the Campbelltown Public Hospital and put through 5 weeks of intense psychological abuse. So I'm going to talk about that next in more detail. But yesterday when I went out, they also sent lookalikes of my abusers towards me. They do this all the time. They know that a lot of the people around me that live very close have been abusing me over the past few days, so they were sending lookalikes of those people. They also send lookalikes of abusers from my past towards me. They make me laugh. They do. They do. They really make me laugh. I have to see the humour in some of this. I do sometimes because it's so ridiculous too. It is really just how illogical and just how ridiculous some of this abuse looks as they're carrying it out. I don't know if they realise. I really don't. But I see it. And yeah, they were using the children yesterday a lot. Posties were also stalking me yesterday. Ambulance drivers, cab drivers, and there's a public transport company here in Campbelltown that was also stalking me. And this is because these people, these organisations have played a big role in carrying out this abuse. So this is why they're stalking me. They don't want to be held accountable. And of course, if I go to the police and I say that I've got ambulance drivers, posties, cab drivers, and transport companies stalking me, I'm going to look crazy. And this is what they want. The ambulance drivers are stalking me because of the role that they played in the setup where I was taken to the Campbelltown Public Hospital. That's why they're stalking me. And yeah, the other organisations have done various things throughout the whole year. I've talked about it on my other videos. There's also certain stores that I go into. I'm a very loyal customer of those stores. Every time I go into those stores, I am put through psychological abuse. That's because they are involved in this as well. Most of the organisations I have used or bought from or they have been involved in this throughout the year, and this is because the justice system are probably bribing them. There's also been animals harmed through this whole thing. I'm realising now that there has actually been animals killed to either abuse me or to try and set me up in some way. Someone was killing birds, and I have seen a native bird that was killed and other birds as well. There's actually twice I've seen that. And yeah, that's just disgusting. That is how cruel the people are and ruthless that have been a part of this. Absolutely ruthless. And to think, that they can hurt an animal like that and, just not feel anything about it, that just goes to show you how cruel they are. And yeah, as I say, the abuse I've been going through this is just extremely cruel. I also just want to speak up about some of the lies that have been told about me, because a lot of the people that live around me that are involved in this and my family members have told dreadful lies on me, like not just small lies, these are really harsh lies. I don't know if the justice system played a part in spreading these lies as well. They may have. But this was all done to keep people away from me. This was done so that I had no help. This was done to turn people off me. And, I can now see why a lot of people were looking at me funny, and why a lot of people were probably eager to abuse me because of the lies that they were told about me. I was just like one of the most disgusting people that's on the planet, as far as some of these lies that were told on me are concerned. And they're absolutely not true. I'm actually the complete opposite. to these things. But I know that it's been said that I'm a prostitute. I have never been a prostitute. It's been said I'm a drug dealer. I have never been a drug dealer. A bad mother. I have never been a bad mother. Um, Lazy. I've never been lazy. Drug addict. I have been, I used to love pot. I used to love smoking pot. Yeah, I was addicted to it. That's about it. But I think people have spread around that I was a worse drug addict than just pot. And alcoholic, I mean, I don't even drink. Apparently, it's been said that I harm children. I have never harmed children ever in my life. I've had STDs. Apparently, I've never had STDs, and apparently, I worship the devil because I read tarot. Um, None of those things are true, and I just want to clear that up because these lies were told to destroy my reputation and to keep people away from me. And I actually have a lot of scars on my arms that people have probably noticed on these videos. And these scars were caused by an unknown condition, skin condition that I had. And it was actually because of an anti-anxiety tablet that I was taking. And I didn't know what was causing them for a couple of years. And they were horrible. I used to hate showing my arms because of them. And once I realized it was that drug, I went off that drug and I changed to a different brand. And as soon as I did that, these all cleared up. But they did scar me pretty bad. And it's because of that that, people have been able to spread lies and rumors that, I was an ice addict and things like that. So I just wanted to, make people aware of that. My scars, they are a part of me, and they are a symbol of the journey that I have been on. And yeah, I just wanted to let people know, I've definitely never been an ice addict, and I didn't deserve any of this. Any of this. I done nothing to any of these people, and this is all being done so that some abusive people and police officers can escape accountability for what they have done. So yeah, I just wanted to make this video to let people know what's been happening over the past couple of days and to protect myself from what's going on around me. And yeah, I do think it's pretty scary to know that, some of the people that live close to me that are involved in this actually have access to be able to control the air that I'm breathing. And yeah, that's why I'm speaking out and protecting myself against that. So thank you for watching. If you've watched till the end, thank you so much. If you can, please like and share the video. Tell your friends what's going on here in Campbelltown and what the justice system have been doing to me. Who knows how many other people they have done this to in the past and how many people they would do this to in the future if we don't let people know. So thanks again, and God bless. I'll talk to you next time.